Welcome to my 2025 makeup collection declutter series. This is the first video in the series and we have a cutthroat declutter ahead of us, at least my version of a cutthroat declutter. I am currently dissolving my beauty room and turning it into a playroom and also downsizing my entire beauty collection. So I need to fit all of my makeup into one Alex 9 drawer unit, which sounds like it should be an easy task, but I have far too much makeup at the moment and we just have a lot of decluttering, a lot of reorganizing that needs to get done. So I'm going to show you the current state of my makeup collection and then I'll show you my plan. I did not get ready today. By the time that I post this, will have announced that I'm pregnant with baby number 2. So I haven't been feeling amazing. Some days are better than others, but I was like, you know what? I feel like I could get some decluttering done today while Luna takes a nap, but I'm not gonna do the whole hair and makeup thing because I don't have it in me today, but yeah, I have to film like a pregnancy announcement video. I haven't even done that yet, but I am almost 10 weeks at the time that I'm filming this. I'll probably post it within the next couple weeks, but yeah, very exciting. Also a big part of why we are getting rid of the beauty room and turning this space into a playroom. If you haven't seen those parts, it's like a whole series that I'm working on, whole transformation. I think I filmed 2 videos for it so far, but I'm at the point now where I gotta declutter my makeup collection before we can move forward with the transformation. And I gotta get this done before Luna's birthday party, which is in about 2 weeks from today, actually. So sorry for the long-winded intro. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. I do have all of my everyday makeup drawer makeup right here. So I think we're gonna start this video off with like primers, foundations. I'm not sure how many parts I'm gonna separate this declutter series into. In the past, I've done like combining categories. I've done like just dedicated like primer video, foundation video, but I think we're gonna have to combine some categories this time so we can just fit more content into each video. But here is my everyday makeup drawer situation. So I've got like primers and foundations and concealers here. So we're gonna start with primers because my makeup collection, I have a whole drawer dedicated to primers, but that will no longer be the case. So currently I have my makeup in this Alex 9 drawer unit as well as a few drawers in this one. This is currently empty because, like I said, we are redoing things in here. So this probably looks different if you haven't seen the playroom transformation videos yet. But we're gonna start off with primers. So here's a look. I'll just do a quick run through of what my makeup collection looks like. We've got primers here. Then we have foundation and concealer in this drawer. Then we have powder in this drawer. We've got setting spray here. Then we've got some eye products. We've got lip products. This is normally a lot more organized, but I did some consolidating, so that's why things kind of look like this. We've got palettes in this drawer and this drawer. And then in the bottom here, I just have some makeup bags currently. Up here, we have bronzer. Then we have cream blush and powder blush and highlighter. And I think that's it. Oh no, there's more. This is like additional PR makeup of all types of categories. There's lip products, powder products, eye products, all kinds of stuff in there. And then perfume here, which is gonna be separate. Oh, and then my Sol de Janeiro stuff is down there. Also, I always get questions about like why I have so much makeup. I used to have a dedicated makeup YouTube channel. Like this channel used to just be makeup videos. And slowly over time, I've kind of transitioned it to more of like a lifestyle channel. And I just post a lot more lifestyle content and not as much dedicated makeup content. So I don't need this much makeup. I need to let it go. I'm a person that likes to collect things. I like to have things. I like to organize things and have them look nice, but I just really don't have the space to have this many beauty products, and it just doesn't really make sense for me anymore. So I still love makeup and stuff, and I still plan on incorporating it into my YouTube channel, but we do need quite a bit of a downsize, and I need to let things go. I've gotten better with decluttering over the years. I used to get roasted for my declutters, but it's fine. That's what I get for putting myself on the internet. So let's see how much progress we can make today. All right, we are gonna open this up, and I'm just gonna take out this entire organizer, maybe. Okay, oh boy, we got this whole entire organizer full of primer. I'm just gonna set it down right here next to my everyday makeup drawer products. Like I said, we've got primer, foundation, and concealer in here. So these 3 categories, I'm probably gonna get those 3 done in this video, starting off with primer. Okay, so I currently have 32 products in my primer collection. They're technically not all primers. Like I have these Drunk Elephant products that are not primers, but I kind of use them as primers or like before foundation. So I already forgot the number that I said, but that many primers is where we're starting. So let's get to the declutter. I'm gonna have to reposition this camera because I don't think this angle is gonna work. I forgot that I had some products in these categories in my little PR drawer that I showed you guys. So I did find 1 additional primer. So we're just gonna add 1 to whatever number it was that I said for how many primers we're starting off with. So we are just gonna dive in, and I'm gonna grab a couple primers that I know for sure that I can declutter. Starting off with this one here from Ofra. This is the liquid highlighter in the shade Monroe. I loved this product. I actually used up multiple of these completely. This is something that I used all the time, but this product is so old and it's kind of like congealed a little bit. So I think it's time to say goodbye to this one. I also have several glowy primers, which you will see momentarily, which is what I used this as. And I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions and get rid of some, but this is gonna be our first product that we're decluttering. It's a great product, but I no longer need it in my makeup collection. Next, we'll go ahead and pick the Bare Minerals Prime Time Hydrate and Glow Primer. I actually have 2 of these. This is the one that I found in my PR drawer. This I'm gonna go ahead and declutter because I have 2 of them. I definitely don't need 2 of them, and this one is still brand new. Here is the other one that I have, same exact product. I actually really like this primer. However, this is another glowy primer, and I think I'm gonna have to let this one go because I can't keep all of my glowy primers, even if I love them. So we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye to this one as well. All right, let's see. Next, we're gonna go with this Pixie one. This one is another glowy primer. This is the Radiance Perfector. This is a really nice product. It kind of has a light pinky tint to it, but I think this is gonna be another one of those that does not make the cut. Nothing wrong with it. I think it's a great light hydrating glowy primer, but I just don't need it, so I think we're gonna say goodbye to this one. All right, let's see, what other glowy, I have so many glowy primers. This is actually ridiculous. I have this one from Jones Road. This, I don't even know what this is called. This is the Shimmer Face Oil. I am going to declutter this because I just don't really like the texture of it that much. It is a little bit too oily for me. I have like combo oily skin, I have acne prone skin. I just find that this does not work well for me. It's a beautiful product, and I think maybe if you had drier skin you would really like this, but for me this is going to be a pass, so I will be decluttering this one. I've got these 2 Drunk Elephant products. We have the Be Goldy and the D Bronzy drops. I'm actually going to keep both of these. I think both of these are really nice products and they're really fun to use. So these are going to be the first 2 products that we're definitely keeping. I'm going to set those there. But I do have another bronzing drop. These are the e.l.f. bronzing drops. And although these are really nice, I just don't think I need 2 bronzing drops. Like, I don't use bronzing drops enough to justify that. So I am gonna declutter the e.l.f. Skin bronzing drops. Okay, this is getting not any easier. What the heck? Okay, let me look for my like blurring primers. I only have a couple of them. I have this one from Rare Beauty. I have this one from Smashbox. And then I have this one from Laura Mercier. So of these 3, I'd say I'm definitely gonna declutter the Smashbox one. I just don't really use primers like this anymore. I used to love this primer. This was like all the rage back in the day. But it's just like a very silicone based primer, and that's just not something that I'm really looking for. So this one we are going to declutter. So then we have the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer, and then this one is the Pure Canvas Blurring Primer. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of want to maybe keep both of these. I'm actually gonna swatch these and see how they feel. Yeah, I actually really like both of these. So I think for now, we're gonna keep both of them. I'll probably have to go back through to make sure that everything fits. But if I have foundation, concealer, and primer that needs to fit in here, we're probably gonna have to have all of my primers fit in one of these long sections here, and then like 2 of the smaller ones, because I think my concealers will fit in one, and then I can have my foundations on the other side. So we gotta get rid of some more primers here. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one, even though I love this primer. And this is the second one that I've ever purchased, and I'm over halfway done with this one. This is the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. This is really, really nice. I will say the applicator does kind of gross me out. Ew, look at the way that it's like oozing out. Yeah, this one's gonna go. That made my decision a little bit easier, or it made me feel better about that decision. So this one's gonna go. I've had it for quite a while, and it's a great product. Like, I would totally recommend this if you've been wanting to try it. But I still have like 20 other glowy primers that we're gonna end up keeping, so that one's gonna go. I am definitely keeping the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I have this in the shade Light Glow. I love this stuff. It's so, 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 so good. This is one of my favorite glowy primers. I feel like I don't talk about this enough, but I definitely would recommend this. It's amazing. I'm gonna keep this one. Another one of my absolute favorite glowy primers is this e.l.f. one. This is the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I have this one in the shade 2, and it is so good. I used this the other day, and I was obsessed with how my makeup looked. So this is gonna be another keep. Same with the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. The e.l.f. one is like a dupe for this one. I just have a little mini version of this, but it's so good, and I am definitely keeping it. Okay, let me do a little rearranging here so we can see. I'm actually gonna put the ones that I'm keeping in this front little section here to see how much space we have. Okay, well, we've already taken up quite a bit of space with the ones that I want to keep. So let's get rid of some more. This little e.l.f. one is in my project pan. Same with this Charlotte Tilbury one. So I don't even store these in this drawer, but for the sake of the declutter, they're in here. So these don't really count. I'm not going to declutter them because you can tell I'm currently working my way through these, trying to finish them up before the end of the year. If I don't finish these up before or like by the end of the year, I'm going to declutter them. But these two kind of don't really count, so I'm just gonna set those aside because I don't need to consider the space that they take up in here. Okay, next we have Say. I have a full size of this Say Wonder Glow, no, Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. This is gonna be a definite keep. However, I do have a little mini version of this as well that I actually tried prior to buying the full size, and because I have so many primers, I am only like halfway done with this. So I really want to use this up before I open the full size. So for now, we're gonna keep both of them, but I really need to focus up on using this little mini Say. It's such a good everyday glowy primer. More glowy primers. I have this little mini one from the brand Vive. This is the Skin Nova. I'm definitely gonna keep this. I really enjoy that little guy. And then I have this one from Rare Beauty. This is the Illuminating Primer. I just have a little mini of the Illuminating Primer. Again, really like this. So I would like to keep this if it fits. I have a couple primers from One Size. This one is the B12 Base Thinner. It's like a pearly pink kind of primer type product. This is really nice, but I don't think I need this. Like, I don't think I use this enough to justify keeping it. So I think I'm gonna declutter that one. And then the other one that I have from One Size is this one. This is the Secure the Sweat Dry Till Dawn Primer. And I haven't used this enough to determine if I like love it or not. So I would like to keep this one for now at least and continue using it. I have this ColourPop Pretty Fresh hyaluronic acid primer. This is really nice. I've used it a few times. It's a good hydrating primer, but it's also pretty basic. So do I need to keep this? Probably not. So I think we're gonna declutter that one. The other hydrating primer that I have is this one from Laura Mercier, and I think I'd rather keep this one than the ColourPop one. So hopefully we can keep this one in here. Next, we have the Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer. Let me swatch this one because I kind of forgot what this looks like. Oh, it's so pretty. Very glowy, very hydrating. I'm actually gonna swatch this other glowy primer that I have. I think this might be my last glowy primer. This is the Pure Canvas Illuminating Primer from Laura Mercier. So let me swatch this one. Oh, this one's like very light with the illumination, like super light. I don't think it does enough illuminating to justify keeping this like as a glowy primer. So I'm gonna declutter this one. Definitely gonna keep Glaze It from POV. This is so good. I'm obsessed with this primer. I'm obsessed with this whole skin prep line, but I just have the primer in here. I have my two e.l.f. primers. These are both the Power Grip Primer. I have the full size of the niacinamide one and then a mini of the regular. I'm definitely keeping both of these. I'm almost done with the niacinamide one, but yeah, this is a great primer. So I would love to keep both of those. My Milk Makeup, I recently got this. I'm definitely gonna keep this. I haven't used the Hydro Grip Primer in so long because I've had so many other like grippy type primers. So I definitely want to keep that one. We've got this liquid poreless putty primer from e.l.f. I actually really like this one too, but I'm already keeping two kind of like blurring primers. Do I need this one? Let me like swatch it and see how it feels on my skin. It does feel really nice, but I don't think I need this. So I'm gonna declutter it. And then the last one that we haven't talked about yet is this Bare Minerals All Over Luminizer, which I don't even think I have swatched this. No, it's still brand new. I do want to swatch this and see how it looks. So I have not even tried this. So I feel like it's not fair for me to make a decision if I haven't tried it. Oh, it's like bronzy. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there it is, kind of swatched on the back of my hand. It's very bronzy, definitely more of like a bronzing drop type situation. It does have SPF 20 in it, which is nice, but I don't think I need this, so I think we're gonna let that one go as well. So after the first round of declutters, I still think we have too many here, so we're gonna have to get rid of a couple more, but let me do a count of how many I'm keeping versus decluttering. So I have 18 primers in the keep pile, 13 in the declutter pile, and then I have these two Project Pan ones just set aside. So we definitely need to declutter a few more because, like I said, I need all of them to properly fit in these three sections here, and obviously that's not happening right now. So let me take a look here, see what else I can get rid of, and then I'll come back to you. So I did some reorganizing and I was able to fit them all in those 3 compartments that I was talking about, other than the 2 Drunk Elephant products. So I think I'm actually gonna just put these in with my skincare because truly they are skincare. So I think these are just gonna go in my skincare section for now. And then concealers are gonna have to fit here. And then all of my foundations are gonna have to fit there. So that's gonna be so tough because I know I have like accumulated so many. So for now, our declutter pile is looking like this. Sorry, my carpet or my rug sheds so bad. Here's my declutter pile, getting rid of 13, keeping 18, not quite half, but I'm not mad at it. So moving on to this drawer, I'm just gonna take everything out, but I have foundations in this section, and then I have concealers here, and then these are like loose powder foundations. So we are gonna take all of these out and add them to our workspace down here on the floor. And that is everything for this drawer. These are the foundations that are in my everyday makeup drawer, as well as the PR foundations that I have. So those are gonna go there. I think I'm gonna do some rearranging just so I can have a clear workspace and organize all of my products. But next up is foundation. So this is actually ridiculous that I have this many foundations because I don't even use foundation that often. So we definitely need to get rid of a bunch of these. There are a few that I have multiple shades of that I have not tried yet that I can already see. So that's something to keep in mind. I may have them like set aside so I can at least try it. Specifically, I'm seeing this Bare Minerals Tinted Moisturizer here. And then I think I have a Laura Mercier one as well. So there might be a couple special cases, but let's just dive right in. I love this Milk Makeup foundation. It's so good. It's actually the Hydro Grip Gel Tint. I have this in the shade 4, and then I also have it in the shade 3. So I'm actually going to keep both of these because shade 4 is a really good summer shade for me, but we are heading into the cooler months, and so I think shade 3 is going to be really, really nice to have. So both of these are going to be a keep. Another foundation that I absolutely love is this Urban Decay Hydromaniac. This is the Tinted Glow Hydrator. So again, technically not marketed as a foundation, but this is really, really nice. I have this in the shade 30 Light. So this is going to be another keep. I do have a Project Pan foundation, so my Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. You can see it's mostly used up. This one is, again, one of those that doesn't really count, so I am going to set this one aside. Oh, I should count up my foundations to see what our starting number is, so let me do that really quick. Okay, so we have 28 foundations, including the Project Pan one. But 27 that we'll start with that need to fit into that one little section of my drawer organizer. So let me take a look at some other ones that I have been loving. We're probably gonna have to do a secondary round because I'm actually seeing a lot here that I really enjoy. The Revlon Illuminance Foundation is incredible. I'm gonna put that in the keep pile. This one I've been playing around with. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude. This one's really nice as well. Sorry it's getting so dark. The sun is setting and I'm losing daylight. My Charlotte Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint is gonna be a keep. Same with the L'Oreal True Match. Okay, we need to get rid of something here. So let me look. I have a lot of IT Cosmetics actually. So let me see. We have the regular version as well as the matte version. I've got 4 of the regulars. No, I've got 5 of the regulars, 2 of the mattes. I think I have light and light neutral in the matte version. It looks like I've used light and light neutral. I'm not sure which one of those I should keep because they're kind of like both really good shades. So I'll come back to that. But here, let's see, we have light medium, we have medium, we have light, and we have light medium. So I think medium is gonna be too dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. I have two in the shade light medium. So this is definitely one that I have used. So I think we'll keep light medium. And then this one is light medium, but it's brand new. So that one I can declutter. And then this one is in the shade light, which has not been used, but I'm kind of thinking that could be a good shade for me. So now let's do a little rearranging, and I've got two shades of both of those, so not sure about the shade situation there. This Jones Road foundation, I think I'm gonna declutter. This is the What the foundation. I don't know, it's an interesting texture. I feel like it doesn't quite give me the coverage that I'm looking for. So I think this one we're gonna declutter. I love this Urban Decay foundation. This is the Face Bond. I have it in the shade 12 Light Neutral, so I'd like to keep that one. Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. This is the one I have not tried yet from Bare Minerals. I have it in the shades Buttercream and Birch. So that is one I have not tried yet. I also have this Bare Minerals powder foundation, which I have not tried yet. And then it looks like I have three shades each of two different Laura Mercier ones. We have the Tinted Moisturizer Blurred Matte, and then we have the Tinted Moisturizer Natural Dewy. We've got 2N, 2W, 1W, and then we've got 2W, 1W, and 2N. So same shades in both. Okay, so 2W I think is gonna be too warm for me. So I'm gonna declutter 2W in both of the different formulas, just because I don't think that shade is going to work for me at all. And then based on swatches, it's honestly really hard for me to pick between 1W and 2N for both of those. So not really sure what to do there. I have this RMS Beauty Natural Finish Foundation. I'm pretty sure this is just a little bit too thick for me. It's super full coverage. I don't really use something this full coverage. Let me see if I can even show you. Like, it's on my wrist. It's right here. I don't know if you'll even be able to see that. It does look like a pretty good shade match, but I think it's just too thick, too heavy for what I typically go for. So we are going to declutter this one. This is a really good shade for me though. It's in the shade 22.5. This goes with the little Jones Road one, so I'll go ahead and declutter that. And then I have another RMS. This one is newer to me. I don't think I've used this one. Maybe I have. This is the Sun Cover Up Super Tint. I don't know, I just don't think this formula is for me. It's a nice product, but I am just so basic with my makeup these days that I just don't think that I need this particular product. So I'm gonna declutter that one as well. I just moved into my kitchen because the lighting is so much better in here. So far we are decluttering 7 foundations, but we're definitely gonna have to get rid of some more. But I thought we would go ahead and kind of organize some of the ones that I want to keep in this section here, which is where they're gonna have to belong, just so we can see how much space we're actually working with. Okay, so these are the ones that I went through and like said I was gonna keep, and they all fit in here great. We've got 6, 7, but one with an additional shade, so technically 8 products in the foundation section. But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 additional formulas to see if they are gonna make the cut or not. As far as the It Cosmetics goes, I think I'm gonna declutter the matte version just because I think I prefer the regular version. So although this is really nice, I am gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. I do wanna keep the It Cosmetics. It does feel like this is the one that I've used more, the shade Light Medium versus the shade Light. I am gonna go ahead and swatch these again because now that I'm in better lighting, maybe I can see a little bit better. There they are swatched. Light is on the bottom, light medium is on the top. I don't even know. I feel like light medium, the undertone of light medium matches my skin tone a little bit better. So I think I'll declutter the shade light, and I'm just gonna keep the shade light medium. I'm really not much of a powder foundation person, especially not a loose powder foundation. I feel like it would be fun to try one of these. I have Golden Ivory, and then I have Light 08. I think I'm gonna set the Bare Minerals powder foundations aside. Same with the tinted moisturizer, because I just feel like I need to try those before I decide what to do with them and before they make it into the main makeup collection. So for now, those are just gonna be set aside. So then we just have the Laura Mercier matte and then natural glowy tinted moisturizer. So I'm gonna swatch these as well. So we have one W on the bottom and then 2N on the top. It's hard to say. So I looked at these in a bunch of different lightings, and my best match is actually these two mixed together, which is unfortunate because then I've got too many foundations. Now this would fit actually, but I'd really rather not keep this many. So let me look through these again, see if there's anything else I can get rid of, and then I'll come back to you with the after. Okay, so for now, I think I'm gonna keep both of the natural dewy, and I'm gonna declutter both of the matte ones because I just feel like matte tinted moisturizers and matte foundations in general just don't look as good on my skin. So I think I'm gonna declutter both of those, and we're just gonna keep both of these for now, and this fits all right. So we've got 3, 6, 8, 10, 11 total foundations in here. And then let me count up the ones I'm decluttering. I'm decluttering 12, and then I have 4 that are to be determined because I have not even tried them yet. So I feel like I'm pretty happy with that. Our final section here is gonna be concealer. Right now, this is what my concealer collection looks like. Not too crazy. And then I have these ones as well, which were in my everyday makeup drawer. So we do need them all to fit in here. So just like picking some of my favorites, my Laura Mercier is one of my all-time favorites. So that one definitely gets a spot. Same with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh. I love the L'Oreal Infallible. That sucks that it doesn't, oh, it kind of fits actually. I have a mini Tarte and a mini NARS. I love this Rare Beauty like under eye brightener. I have a couple color correctors. I have this one from Charlotte Tilbury, which I feel like could fit right there. I have this one from Flower, which we're gonna declutter. And then I have this one from Pixie, which I think I'm also gonna declutter. I just don't really use color correctors that often, and if I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury one. I have one concealer that's in my Project Pan, so that one we're gonna set aside. I do have this potted concealer from NARS, which maybe could fit like that. I have the IT Cosmetics Do It All concealers. These are really nice. I did not use this one, so I think I'm gonna declutter this one. This one's in the shade Medium Tan. And then this one I have is in the shade Medium Neutral, but honestly, both of these are kind of too dark for me. I love this formula. It's like a concealer or foundation type product. So I just need a lighter shade, but realistically, both of these need to go. And then finally, we have this RMS. I have not tried this yet. This is the Revitalize Hydra Concealer. This I'm actually really excited to try. So this I am going to keep. Just gonna stick that right there, and then that all fits perfectly. So we started off with 16 concealers slash color correctors. One is a Project Pan one, so that one we're gonna take out. So 15. I'm gonna get rid of 4 and gonna keep 11. So not the best percentage wise of declutter to keep, but I already was starting off with a smaller amount and they all fit in here great. So we consolidated 2 drawers down into 1. Here is an overview of what it looks like. It is stuffed full, so we're gonna have to kind of declutter along the way because I feel like this is still too many products to keep. But I am much happier with this, and I'm excited to have a project pan for 2026. I want to do like a makeup project pan and then like a separate one for like body care, skin care, hair care, stuff like that. So I'm excited to include some of these in my 2026 project pan. So we successfully condensed the top 2 drawers into just this one. So we have primer, foundation, and concealer all in this one drawer, which is super exciting. So this is everything that I'm keeping, and you'll see this drawer is empty. Next part, we will be doing powder and setting spray, and then I have more in my like PR section that didn't even fit in these 2 drawers. So we're gonna consolidate both of these drawers into this empty drawer here in the next part of my makeup declutter series. And then here is a look at everything that we decluttered from today's video, all of the primers, foundations, and concealers. So I think in total I'm decluttering 29 products from today's video, and which is just under half of the products that I am keeping. Next, we're gonna somehow have to fit all of these powders, and well, not all of the powders, but all of the powders that I'm keeping and all of the setting sprays that I'm keeping in this one drawer here. And then also we have all of these setting sprays and powders that we have to consider in the next declutter. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.